Welcome back to Galactic Frontline News, broadcasting from the SESI of Eternity. I'm your host, Walter. In today's broadcast, we have an update for you regarding the Democracy Space Station, followed by a special Heroes of Freedom segment featuring not one, but two Heroes of Freedom. Stay tuned for a special commercial between segments and an announcement at the end of the broadcast. And remember, you can skip to the stories that matter most to you by using the timeline below. Let's get started. The Democracy Space Station, a marvel of innovation and a beacon of freedom, has faced a chaotic first week of operation. Designed to revolutionize the Second Galactic War with its tactical actions and unparalleled mobility, the DSS instead revealed the challenges of entrusting critical decisions to the unpredictable nature of unmanaged democracy. The planetary bombardment action debuted on Mastia with devastating consequences. Thousands of Helldivers perished in the chaos, and many more remain missing. Friendly fire incidents surged as Helldivers struggled to predict where the shells would land. Survivors attempted to mitigate the destruction with explosion-resistant armor and shield relays, but it wasn't enough to prevent the catastrophe. Hell Commander Go-Man was planetside when the bombardment began, leading a critical operation. Barely escaping, with his life, Go-Man sustained serious injuries and is now recovering. Though almost ready to get back in the fight, his harrowing experience underscores the unpredictability of this new action. Despite its effectiveness against the enemy and structures, many are calling for improvements, such as targeting indicators or additional safeguards to reduce collateral damage. On a more positive note, the Eagle Storm action has been widely praised. Helldivers on the ground marveled at the precision and effectiveness of Eagle squadrons executing strafing runs against enemy forces. The Eagles saved countless lives, offering reliable air support and turning the tide in many battles. Though some have suggested expanding their arsenal to include cluster bombs or napalm, Eagle Storm has become a symbol of what the DSS can achieve when deployed effectively. While the DSS's actions showed both promise and peril, the real turmoil came from its voting system. For the first time, Helldivers were given the power to vote on the DSS's movements and actions, a decision meant to embody the ideals of managed democracy. Instead, it resulted in disarray. Key moments of the week included voting to move the DSS to Yelavar mid-battle in Mastia. Some hailed this as the right decision, but it left Mastia's liberation unfinished at 70%, sparking heavy criticism. Delays in responding to critical defenses. The once-a-day voting system meant the DSS often arrived too late to influence key battles, leaving Helldivers scrambling to defend weakened positions. Bandwagon voting. Visible percentages encouraged Helldivers to follow the majority, undermining strategic decision-making. As one Helldiver put it, why vote when VOG is already at 81%? These missteps have left many calling the DSS a social experiment gone wrong. Others argue that most decisions were well-intentioned, but hampered by the system's limitations, such as the inability to manage multiple actions simultaneously. Despite its rocky debut, the DSS remains a symbol of hope. Arrowhead Defense Systems declined to comment on the controversy, but High Command reassures us that hardware and software patches are in development. Additionally, better training for the station's operators will improve its efficiency in future campaigns. The Democracy Space Station is still young, and with time, it will rise to its full potential. Its first week may have been tumultuous, but its promise remains undiminished. Together, we will ensure it becomes the weapon of freedom it was meant to be. For Super Earth, for freedom, and for democracy manifest. In our last segment for tonight, we bring you a special twist to a beloved segment of ours that we have called In this special Heroes of Freedom, we pit two legendary Helldivers against each other, and you, the viewer, votes on which Helldiver did freedom better. Helldiver FS versus Loyal Biscuit. Bot Diver versus Bug Diver. You decide. Let's begin. In our first clip, Helldiver FS makes an epic jump down to a factory strider. Enemy gunfire knocks him down. Upon landing, he knows he has to do something as freshly birthed devastators are nearby. He throws a G4 gas grenade to confuse them momentarily. He then aims his quasar cannon at the belly of the beast and lets it rip. As it falls, he quickly stims, jump packs out of the way over a rocket tank, and continues his fight. For our next hero, Loyal Biscuit points out a Bile Titan, but is then knocked back by an explosion. She gets up, bellows a battle cry, then jump packs her way over to the Bile beast. She then aims her quasar cannon and fires. The force knocks her back, kills the Titan, and she's sadly killed by the impact of the fall. Which Helldiver did freedom better? Cast your vote now in the comments below. Congratulations to both FS and Loyal Biscuit for showing us the true power of Super Earth's Helldivers. That's it for tonight's broadcast of Galactic Frontline News. Before you go, we have a final announcement. After many thrilling broadcasts, countless hours of editing, and delivering the best news coverage in the galaxy, GFN is facing a new challenge. High Command, ever focused on optimizing resources, has issued a directive for operational restructuring due to what we'll diplomatically call budgetary adjustments. Even the Ministry of Truth isn't immune to such realities. On a personal note, as a family man with a young toddler, Hell Commander Go-Man admits that maintaining the current production schedule has become as challenging as holding the line against the relentless Jet Brigade. Shout out to the HellDads faction. But fear not, Helldivers. GFN isn't going anywhere, though the format will be changing. Instead of the longer episodic broadcasts you've come to know, we'll be shifting to shorter, more frequent updates. These shorter broadcasts will allow us to bring you the same heroes of freedom, disgraceful conduct, and critical major order updates, just in smaller, more digestible pieces. Rest assured, we'll continue to keep you informed, entertained, and ready to dive into super hell. We want to thank each and every one of you for your support over the past few months. GFN has grown into something far greater than we ever imagined. Your loyalty and enthusiasm drives us to keep improving and adapting. And though the format is changing, our commitment to covering the Second Galactic War remains steadfast. You'll still see Hell Commander Go-Man fighting on the front lines of every major order, reporting from the battlefield with the same fiery dedication. This isn't the end, Helldivers. This is just a new chapter. Together, we'll continue to fight for managed democracy, one short but impactful clip at a time. Stay tuned, stay vigilant, and, as always, for Super Earth.